We don't normally record things like this, but we've been here since 4 p.m. yesterday and it's 9:30 the following morning and we're trying to get checked in. We are at anchor, so no one can physically come to us, but the biggest challenge we've had so far is finding someone to answer the phone in the customs and immigration and the police, and we've just been transferred to a policeman who's on holiday in Denmark. No one seems to care that we're here. When Asher spoke to a policeman yesterday, he said, "Oh, you're on Altor of Down." Now, we didn't give him the details, so we can only assume that that came up on AIS. So they know we're here, but no one seems to care. So do we take that they don't want us, or they just don't care who comes by a boat?
I think they know us already. They are happy for us to be here.
Well, if they could just tell us that and just let us in, then that would be great.
Yeah, so I'm looking for a number, and there are all the information coming up, Facebook and Tumblr and stuff like that. Seriously?
Tumblr? Is that not a dating site?
Flickr.
Oh, Flickr.
Sorry.
I see. Well, we know what Asher does in her spare time with Tumblr then.
Tumblr is for photos, not for dating.
Okay.
I think... No, dating is... What is dating?
I heard that Tinder was something to do with dating, but I'd never heard of it, never been on it, never downloaded the app. No idea.
You're right.
Apparently, on the 7th day, he rested. But I'm not sure I believe that. I think he created the Faroe Islands. Just to show off.
Welcome back to Adventure Now into the Oiri on the island of Suduroy, where yet again we have to tolerate some of the miserable weather meted out in these northern latitudes.
Here we are, 2nd of June, Torshavn bound. And what happens on the 2nd of June?
Captain's birthday!
There you go.
Happy birthday!
Thank you very much. Captain's birthday. There you are. So it was an early start today. Alarm went off at 4 and we're pushing off to get the tide up to Torshavn with our friends Daniel and Kathrin, the Swiss Navy. Under a British flag though, of course, to maintain the illusion of Swiss neutrality.
Fortunately, we finally found a Faroese official who came to the boat to check us in. And after a couple of days acclimatising after our bumpy ride up here, we left this, the most southern of the Faroe Islands, behind and headed for the capital. Don't tell me it's the beginning, middle or the end. Time can only be a stranger until we meet its end. But I believe that we go on. This dead end, it's just a ploy to tie us down so we live in fear when we should fill our lives with joy.
That was a lovely reintroduction into Faroe Islands life. Been here a couple of times before and that was lovely. It makes it a little bit shorter, 30 miles south of Torshavn, and after our heavy sail upwind we were very happy to get in here. So, let's go to the best capital city in the world.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and that one is mine. I worked in a capital city for 26 years and I never enjoyed the impersonal hustle and bustle of the place. But Torshavn is very different indeed.
The tide has started to turn against us now, so we're expecting a bit of a slog for the last 4 miles into the southern tip of Nolsoy, and then again up towards Torshavn. But it's lovely, nice little breeze, so we've got a bit of jib out to help us. Bit of cloud coming along, but sunshine in between. Not bad for a birthday, I would say.
When you spend a fair amount of time pointing a camera around, you never really know what you have captured until the editing process begins. And it soon became clear to me that in this episode, many more people have wandered into the crosshairs of our viewfinder than usual. But what was also clear to me is that every one of those people is radiating joy. And that is a joy to see. There to welcome us in, northern sailing adventurers, authors of the Cruising Guide to the Faroe Islands, Iceland, Jan Mayen and Greenland, our friends Mike and Helen.
Welcome, Altor! Yay! 2000! Fantastic!
Oh, it was good to be back in Torshavn and I chose to believe that the locals had assembled to welcome us in too. But as it turned out, they were there for a weekend festival piss-up, but nevertheless, happiness tends to be infectious, and we were all at it. Torshavn, to me, is unique amongst capital cities. Well, at least the ones that I've been to. It is vibrant and busy in places, but something peculiar to this capital is that it is very soothing on the senses, even after too many beers. All you have to do is kick yourself up the arse, have a wander, and allow the town and the countryside to work their magic. As city parks go, this one ain't bad at all. We were joined on this heavenly excursion by Team Polaris, Kathrin and Daniel. I think they needed soothing too.
Oh, we can live without social media, of course.
Just along from these lakes, you will find a naturally formed amphitheatre where there is an old speaker's corner made from a pile of stones which is still being used today.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. Yes.
Inshallah. Hallelujah.
Have the job.
Thank you.
Bravo, and well said that man. This place certainly makes you feel like that.
Are you ready for the lovely view?
I'm hot and I'm cold.
Moan, moan, moan.
You simply must wait for a clear day to do this hike, for a very simple reason. I know we don't always show fresh and brand new, never seen before views on this channel, but when something's this beautiful, I think it's worth a second look, and I hope you do too.
"4 years ago, we set out from Scotland in search of the Faroe Islands, and we've been back every year since. We now know people here, so it's lovely to come here and visit not only the beautiful landscape, but our friends too. And two such people are Pat and Jens, who we met a couple of years ago and had an awesome summer solstice party with. They recently moved to this lovely village called Leonard, and they invited us for dinner, which we've just had in their house overlooking the fjord. This is a blessed life, and Asher and I truly appreciate the happiness we find in these northern countries."
They say you should live a balanced life. Torshavn gives us nature, socialising, piss-ups and hangovers. When we need to recover in order to achieve that balance, we go to Hestur.
So we're ready for the spa treatment that is Hestur. We love Torshavn, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's such a fast pace when you're here with loads and loads of socialising, which is great. And we find that since we've discovered the beauties of Hestur, it's just a lovely place to go and chill out. And I think we're going to be joined by a Polaris crew, so we can have a mutual chill out. We've heard a couple of Faroese people say that they think Hestur is the prettiest of the islands. You won't find us disagreeing with that. We absolutely love it.
Oh, it's lovely coming into Hestur. We call it now the spa because it's perfect chill out in here. It's so peaceful, the walks are fabulous, the village is beautiful, and we can just relax and enjoy Faroe Islands.
Hestur was first inhabited by the Vikings, who settled on its southern tip, but that place was abandoned in favour of a new settlement on the east side, where it has remained ever since. Although small, Hestur is very diverse, with a huge guillemot colony on its west side, 4 lakes on its completely flat top, some lovely walks ranging from easy to damn right dangerous. But perhaps the most intriguing of all are the huge cathedral caves that exist on the west coast. And on this calm day, thanks to some locals and some local knowledge, a plan was hatched to go and investigate. Maybe I'd catch Moby Dick another day.
Are we free? Everything okay?
Yeah. Two YouTube channels on one boat. What's going on?
Welcome back!
Here we go.
Polaris. It's cool.
It's nice to be crew. I like it.
We're on the way to the south coast, the south tip of the island, where we're gonna meet with the good ship Enniway and our friends, and they're gonna take us around on the other side.
This is like a behind the scenes thing going on here, you see? I'm sat in the bubble, which is lovely and warm. You lot can stay out there and go sailing.
A year ago we went to the caves in Hestur with Ed and Beth and Leah, and this year we are going with Kathrin and Daniel on Polaris. We're nearly at the south tip of the island and we are following Enniway. This is a yacht belonging to Hestur, a friend of ours, who is Faroese. So they are going to lead us around this time and show us the gems that they know of. We are approaching some serious rapids of the south tip of Hestur. The water is like in a washing machine. But I see Enniway is getting through alright. There is Mike and Hestur in the dinghy. Mike is coming on board and he's gonna mind Polaris while we are going to the caves.
This cave, you can actually go into that and then come out further down here.
Wow, that's what the other rip did, the big
Just
one.
done that. Yes. Just come up here and let's look in the other cave. Just come off the port a bit and go parallel to the shore.
Yes, we had been in here before, but the last time we felt our own way. This time we had some expert guidance and we went deeper, right into the bowels of Hestur. The Faroe Islands have more than their fair share of legend and folklore, and this is not the time to ponder whether or not you believe there is any truth to the fact that these caves are haunted. Whatever you believe, this is an eerie place to be. The feeling of safety in numbers disappeared as the tourist rib made for the opening while we continued into the dark depths of nothingness. After a minute or so of moving in complete darkness, we found ourselves drawn to the thin strip of light that would deliver us back into the outside world. The German spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle said that we must realise deeply that the present moment is all that we will ever have, and that we should make the now the primary focus of our lives. I think that if we live by these teachings, we don't experience fear or anxiety. Those feelings only come when we think about what might happen or what has happened. But what has happened has gone, and what might happen does not yet exist. The now is the only thing we have, so we should enjoy every moment to the fullest.
What do you reckon, Daniel?
Fantastic. What an experience. Brilliant.
Thank you very much,
Imagine
Mike.
Berger and I used to do this every day.
That's called lucky.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that look on everyone's face, is joy. During the time that we spent in this incredible place, nothing else mattered. And that is the divine beauty of living in the only thing that we ever have, this moment.
So I'm actually filming on my back, and the cliffs are just towering over us. They're so high, and the bird song is just echoing around us. It's kind of beautiful.
It's another good cave visiting day as crew on another boat. We haven't got Altor around here yet, but I think we will. I think now I'm learning a little bit from Mike about, you know, the back eddies in here. I think maybe in the future, on a similar day, we'll bring Altor in. What do you reckon?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just amazed with those cliffs, because those birds that are everywhere, you see all those white dots are birds and their chicks, and they basically live on a vertical rock.
Yeah. Live on the edge. It's like living with you, dear.
Kind of, yes.
What a fantastic circumnavigation of Hestur. A wonderful experience going into those caves. Absolutely fantastic. A second time for us, but lovely to do it with some local knowledge. And thank you also to Daniel and Kathrin for allowing us to be passengers on your fine ship Polaris.
If this life is just a bunch of experiences that we have until we die, then rack them up and make them count.
I'll try to catch the fish just outside.
Yeah, lovely. A whale. Oh, we have a habit of being left here in Hestur.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Adventure Now. It is our pleasure to share some of these moments with you, and we hope that they bring you at least some of the joy that they gave to us. And may we all sing and dance while the music plays. Altor out.